Right. Okay. It's not going, right? But it's it's a living in a car vlog, but it's also a bit universal credit, and here's why. Universal credit teaches you to live on less than £1,000 a month. All your bills, accommodation, electric, gas, and all that. Because if you share the bills are less, aren't they? For a room. Instead of having a house and they're more expensive, you've got to heat the whole house up, haven't you? But universal credit teaches you to manage monthly on not a lot of money and have all your bills paid for. And attachment finance and a bit of a loan. But living in a car takes it even better, because then all you need then is car insurance, road fund, MOT, a bit of petrol, a bit of fuel. So then once you live on universal credit, you can live in a car, you can live on next to nothing. And people now are living on, that's why people on YouTube are, excuse me, no, not the people living in a car on YouTube, they've got no costs. They've got about £3 grand. Let's say car insurance is £1,000. Your MOT will be £1,000. Right? It could be, yeah. And your road fund's about £200, about £300. Right? 2,300 insurance, MOT and road fund. Right? But you might have £1,000 of vehicle repairs during the year, something might go wrong, or it can be say about £3,500, right? And then fuel. So we got to divide fuel for how much time you want to travel. And then you got food, fuel and food, that's it. Bit of clothing. That's why people have got a smile on their face living in a car. Because they've got no costs, virtually zero costs, not a lot of costs. Which means they don't have to earn a lot of money. Which means they haven't got to go and get a degree. They haven't got to get a big house, because they don't need a big house, do they? And then you can live the YouTube lifestyle. Because then YouTube, it's alright, you see that there's a successful YouTube, they might have 20, 30, 50,000 subscribers. But they've got to get there first, haven't they? When you've got hardly any subscribers, you're just producing content for free. Just keep on producing content for free. Just produce content for free. So at some point, one of your videos will be popular. But you can't get to the thousands of subscribers, the 20, 30, 50,000 subscribers to your channel if you don't produce content. For that, you've got to produce it for free. But when you produce it for free, and you get to that stage, you've got options. But as long as you keep that's why van life is so popular. Van life removes the need to pay rent to anybody. Which is why landlords will struggle to get tenants eventually. As more people watch YouTube and watch people living in a van, living in a car. And YouTube is effectively funding it. Or you can then, once you get advertising dollars, you can put that into a day trading account and day trade, and then you've got your day trading balance gets topped up by YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, yeah. It just increases your balance and your day trading, and you only want a little bit of a 5-10% of a decent balance, and that shit 15, 20 minutes, half an hour work. No, I'm not. You only need to it can happen that quickly, but overnight, gap up, yeah, and you can just log into your account, it's gone up 15%. It can happen. but don't expect it to. But and then you've got your work for the year is about an hour a year, but you need to minimise your costs. Living on universal credit teaches you that, because you haven't got the money, because you get 350 quid, 400 quid a month. That's it. And then you put your landlord payment. But then if you live in a car, you haven't got your landlord payment, which means your living in a car payment is less than a landlord payment, which means you haven't got to earn enough. You haven't got to earn, excuse me, not trying. You haven't got to earn a month up front and a month deposit, because you probably get a car. You can probably buy a car for less money than a month up front. You pay £1,000 to move into